Hey, it is Mike Duffy here with the daily. I'm being interrupted for a cookie right now. Oreo. It's Mike Duffy here checking in from DontGetHacked.ca, global cybersecurity services with offices in Calgary and Dubai. What do? We provide end user tech support for PC and Mac, but more than that, we provide global cybersecurity monitoring on PC and Mac devices, and we ensure our users are protected and they have well-documented data backup and recovery plans in case of flood, fire, theft, user or hacker, whatever type of emergency. We know we can restore your business within 24, 48, 72 hours, whatever the parameters are, because we've been doing this for 20 years. I've been protecting business owners for at least 20 years, and I don't know what the most effective way to broadcast our message is, and this is why we're doing Daily Diary of a Hacker Rundown. So it is 6:32 p.m. in Dubai time. I don't think I really missed yesterday because I actually did do a live stream yesterday. However, yesterday was Monday. Monday was a really hard day because Mondays are there's always so much stuff to do on a Monday. Plus, being 11 hours ahead means I was up till 3 a.m. today, Tuesday, doing tech support in Calgary for a technician who was on site. So I am running off like 3 hours of sleep right now because there's always stuff to do. You're either working in the business or you're working on the business, and you always have to figure out what the best way to support end users are. And sometimes you think that's going to be really quick. People tell you they have really quick problems to solve, and you're spending an hour, 2 hours, 5 hours actually solving these little quick problems that they say that they have, and they're actually big problems. But we try to be as efficient as possible, and this is just a daily rundown of what I did on a Monday. So, what did I do on a Monday? Remote support with Canadian customers. Confirm meetings for Calgary technicians. I've got a master class coming up on February 24th, 2023. So I was creating the handouts for that and messing around. I've switched my calendar booking system from Calendly to Google, and that's been a bit of a mess. I think that's been straightened out yesterday after spending multiple hours on that. Working on my wife's website, setting out podcasts. So I'm going to start doing. I think I've got a couple of podcasts booked this week. So we're going to start. We're going to launch a new one where we're going to keep doing the podcast where we interview business owners. So if you're a business owner, I want you to go to this website, businessspeeddatingwithmagicmike.com. And what we're going to do is we're going to keep interviewing business owners. We've done about 50, 60 interviews in 2023 alone. Those have been almost fully edited. They're being uploaded to YouTube right now, but I'm working with a YouTube mentor, and we're trying to make sure that the amount of energy and time we put into the podcast, Mupo, and YouTube is going to pay off, right? Because when you go to record podcasts and you go to edit them, there's a lot of work involved in it. And I want to help other business owners do this efficiently and effectively with their time. So if people are hiring us to produce a podcast for them, we want to make sure that they're produced effectively on time. And that means a lot of things need to be outsourced. I can have the grand vision for your podcast and get all the technical stuff working properly. But some people need a lot of work on their podcasts, and it takes a while to coach them to get the right laptop. I've been speaking to people in Dubai about their podcasts, and people need better computers, they need better mics, they need better lighting, they need better webcam just to look professional and sound professional. And then they need a production team to actually get that stuff recorded, edited, produced, and sent to either their platform or the MupoEntertainment.com platform. It's not just a matter of recording something and releasing it, because you want to make sure you look at least half respectable and decent and professional when you're spending so much energy recording this stuff. And this is the whole reason I joined MupoEntertainment.com, was to work on my production skills, right? And there's been a lot of people interested, and then they send me their content, and I'm like, this needs a ton of work if you actually want to broadcast this. Even if you're only doing it on YouTube right now, if you want to broadcast it to other platforms, it needs a bunch of work. Audio needs to be better. There's just a lot of editing and production work that needs to be done for people, and that stuff needs to either be outsourced or we need to hire people to do that. And then there's costs involved in hiring people to do that stuff. Unless you're doing audio only, and then I know an editor who does audio only podcasts, so but I really think an audio only podcast is a little bit of a disservice in 2024. You really need video, because you need video. You just need it. You just have more impact with the video podcast, right? So anyway, there's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. Of course, I have to run my cybersecurity business, and I'm reaching out to a ton of people about doing podcasts. So we've got a couple Emiratis, local people in Dubai, signed up for podcasts. I've been sending out interviews and that stuff. In the next couple of weeks, there'll be a ton of stuff recorded, and I want to make sure that stuff gets edited and distributed really quickly. So I'm working on a ton of stuff. I'm working on a ton of contacts. It just takes time. And I was up till 3 a.m. sleeping, 3 a.m. working, and I got like 3 hours of sleep. So, and I've got meetings coming up like half an hour from now. So, and we're living out of a hotel. So guess what happens? You go to do something, and the cleaners come in, and then I'm like disrupted for like 30 minutes. So anyway, the job I was working on until 3 a.m. last night is we were trying to figure out how to move a client from a 2011, in case this sounds like you, because this is most business owners in Canada. I'm not sure about Americans. I'm not sure about people in other countries, but in Canada, there's a ton of business owners running on 2009, 2010, 2011, 2012, 2013, 2014, 2015 computers. And those computers may have been upgraded to Windows 10. They're likely not very quick. There's likely one or multiple in a business, and they're going to be slow. And they can't be upgraded to Windows 11. Well, they can be upgraded to 11, but the computer itself can't be. So people contact us, say, hey, I want to move to a new desktop or new laptop. And I ask them, do you want to do a clean install where we move everything over and you install all your software from scratch? Most business owners are terrified of that, because they want their software, they want their desktop configuration. And if their old computers died, we have to do a fresh install, and they're just going to have to literally suck it up, right? They're going to have to suck it up, because if their computers died, we can't actually move their whole user environment over. If they don't really care about their software, we can back up a user account and move it to a new computer, and then they're using all new versions of Microsoft Office and QuickBooks or whatever software that they're using. However, there's a lot of business owners out there who may have 3, 4, 5, 7 different versions of accounting software, and then different year versions of Microsoft Office, and then engineering software, AutoCAD. There's most computer users are terrified of moving from an old computer to a new computer, because as soon as one icon on the desktop is different place, they're going to freak out. They're going to lose their mind because their user environment has changed. This is not a problem for our services, because what we can do is the suggestion is we can clone your computer. We can clone your hard drive from the existing hard drive, which might be a mechanical spinning hard drive or some version of a solid state. We can clone that drive to a new drive, and then get that new drive working in a new computer. Sometimes it's smooth and sometimes it's not, but then everything is identical, everything's the same. Usually, if you can't picture this in your mind, I'll have to show somebody an example. It's like moving a plant from one pot to another pot. The plant is the same, but the pot is different. And there's a technique in order to move a potted plant from one pot to another without killing that plant, right? There's a technique. Same with computers. There's a technique to move somebody's operating. This doesn't apply to everybody. Some people are, I'm going to say the younger generation, 30 and under, have no problem with their files being on a new computer and learning new software. That's a very small percentage of end users who end up calling a computer repair company or cybersecurity company like DontGetHacked. Most people want all their stuff the same. They want their Chrome bookmarks in the same place. They want their Edge bookmark. They want everything identical. And if something's not in the same place, they're going to lose it. Not a problem. I can handle this. I can handle the end user experience. I can handle the customer service experience. But sometimes technology takes us 3 to 5 hours to do something, and sometimes it takes 20. So we had that one of those situations yesterday where somebody reached out on Sunday, asked about computer prices. I gave them ballpark figures. They decided they want to go to a laptop. Not a problem. We have them in stock. We can do a quick and easy turnaround on a Monday. Except their desktop computer is really, really old. So that just adds more steps to. They know their friend went through a similar process with their computer recently, and they wanted the same thing to happen to them. But of course, computers, environments, and users, there's a whole bunch of different variables involved, and sometimes things just take longer than we quote for. So anyway, it's not quite done. Should be done and delivered today. But I was on tech support until 3 a.m. and then up again at 6 a.m. this morning. So just in order to make sure that I've got the process written out as an SOP, but it's up here as well. And I just had to train a 20-year-old how to do it. So, which then made me miss 2 meetings last night. And so I missed 2 meetings last night just because I was working on a remote on training somebody. So unfortunately, I missed 2 meetings that were last night in North America, but would have been at like 4 a.m. Dubai time. I was trying to hold out. I was on a lot of caffeine last night and I crashed it with 3:15. So apologies to that. So to summarize my Monday, you're always working to improve by 1%. So you probably hear that around a lot. It's just a matter of clients want better pricing. And then I was having this email war with a customer because we gave them pricing up front and then we put the hours in and then they told us that they weren't going to pay it. And I told them, like, you're really ruining it for everybody else because I have to now send out payment links before I can start any work. Because if people agree to prices and pay half up front because they don't want to pay the full amount up front, if they pay half up front, we deliver all the work and then they don't want to pay the rest, like they're just going to end up on a blacklist, and I'm going to tell all their friends what they did because it's just not cool anymore. And I know people are struggling out there, but seriously, there's a lot of expenses with running a cybersecurity business. Most people, anyway, I had to, I'm in a nice email battle with somebody and being really professional about it as well. But when people tell you that you're too expensive and they have no idea what expenses you have running your business, because it's not just somebody sitting behind a computer, there is a ton of expenses with running a cybersecurity business. And we'll see what his response comes back at, because he's trying to. I'm like, and everything we do is logged hour wise. So I sent the logs to him, and he's arguing with how long it took, and I'm like, I actually undercharged you when I quoted you because I quoted you for X amount of time. I want to do a really good job, so I spent more time than expected to deliver the solution to you, and I have the time logs for the remote software, and then they argue with you, and you're just like, am I the only person who ends up with like customers like this, where you quote them something, they will only pay 50% up front because they don't not comfortable paying the whole amount up front, and then they don't want to pay the rest. And then you're like, I gave you a really good deal, and this is not the type of this is not the type of customers you want anymore. Anyway, that happens. And then people comment on your Facebook stuff, derogatory, and then you're just like, you haven't even paid your invoices. So you're going on my Facebook making stupid comments about my pictures, and you haven't even paid invoices, and you're 6 months behind on paying invoices. Like, it's 2024. That stuff is not cool anymore. I can go realistically turn off your backups and all your cybersecurity software that you have because you're treating us like garbage. Anyway, that was my Monday. So that is like, I don't even know how many hours of work that is, because yesterday was Monday. We didn't even leave the hotel yesterday. We went to the gym, but I did not go to the beach. I did not go walk around in Dubai yesterday. Monday was a Monday where there's so many things to do, and everything eats so much time up. So, and I'm not living. When we're doing a test, we're not live streaming this to YouTube because my YouTube mentor said to record it to get the best quality possible, and then we're going to upload it because we're getting some traction over there. And I asked him if he had any tips for me, and he's like, don't live stream anymore, just record and upload, and then he'll fix the channel because they're trying to find more viewers. And so please go like and subscribe on my YouTube channel. I should be dropping that. Here. The YouTube channel is right there. That's the YouTube channel. So go like and subscribe my YouTube channel. So my podcast, my Mupo Entertainment podcasts are over there. So season 1 of Do It Yourself Tech Support, Don't Get Hacked, Call Me for Help is at YouTube. And it's also on MupoEntertainment.com. My Business Speed Eating with Magic Mike podcast is over on both YouTube, and it's over on MupoEntertainment.com. These Daily Diary of a Hacker, all of them are over at MupoEntertainment.com and my YouTube. And there is customer testimonials are all on YouTube as well. So at DontGetHacked.ca. So go like and subscribe that, because what we're trying to do is get more people to follow Don't Get Hacked cybersecurity services. We're also going to be, documenting our travels through Dubai. Everything's going to be over at YouTube. Everything's going to be over at MupoEntertainment.com. I'm obviously ignoring my comments because I did check my inbox, unless you sent me a new message. Anyway, it's been 18 minutes. So what I got to do is I got to go and end recording and upload this to YouTube to see if the video quality is better, because we haven't set up a podcast production studio in Dubai yet, just because the office we have is a co-working space. But I have to do podcast interviews on Wednesday, Thursday, and I'm going to do podcast interviews this week. So we got to figure out a space where we can do that stuff in person. Anyway, thanks for watching. Go like and subscribe. This is the handle for YouTube, and we'll keep you posted tomorrow, Wednesday, on what we successfully accomplished on a Tuesday.